One of the questions that people ask me, they say to me, how often should I take my dog out training? Should it be 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 3 hours a day, 5 hours a day? Should I exercise the dog 7 times a day? I hear everything. And there's so much stuff on the internet. Well, Buddy, for instance, had been out for half an hour with the other dogs this morning, running around and crapping. Put him back in the kennel for 15 minutes while I put the other dogs away. Got my camera set up. Went back out in the field with him straight away and still starts crapping. So he's been crapping and then he starts crapping again. But in this video you'll see I work the dog for about 18 minutes. 18 minutes. But I'm doing some talking, I'm explaining, but the actual work the dog is actually doing, he's out with me for 18 minutes. I could have gone out there longer if he was showing signs that he wanted more. But why do too much with him? Why not make him keener every time you go out with him? If it's in short bursts, he's going to enjoy it more. If he gets into a routine of going out for an hour and other things distract him, then that's what people have the problems with. This is a fine video for everybody to see, and everyone to on so many different platforms. So I'm going to share this on so many different platforms, but my Patreon customers come first. We show you how to build up to this. You've seen the Buddy story. They haven't had the advantage to see the Buddy story because they're not paying. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I've got to that point where I'm looking after my paying customers now, where I've defended myself long enough on the internet to prove that I can train dogs to a high standard and get customers to train their dogs to a high standard. And so if you want that expertise and you want that knowledge and that understanding, then you've got to come across to Patreon and see Chris Upton. So this is a 17-minute video that I don't put up these days very often, but this is explaining the true concept of why I train the way we train and why I use the tools that we use. It's going to upset some people. Life's a bitch and then you die.
I keep telling you, the proof is in the pudding. Have I got a happier dog? Or have I got a dog that is scared to do anything? And you've got to ask that question. Now, where am I going with this? 30 odd years experience with training dogs. Learning from the start, before all the tools came in. We had a whistle and we had a slip lead and a couple of old dummies, and we got to get the dog to want to play the game. Now we've got advanced technology. Do we use it or do we not use it? Do we use these apps on your phone that shows you how to train a dog? What a load of shite. Do you use these certificates that you can pick up to say that you're a qualified dog trainer? What a load of shite. So technology in some ways has gone forwards and some ways gone backwards. The e-collar has become a fantastic tool. Look at Budster. Is he enjoying life? So what we've got to ask ourselves is, what have you been doing with Budster, Chris? I've been doing the same monotonous things, taking him out. I don't want him looking at me like a robot because I fed him cheese. I want him to want to play the game that I want him to play, but I have to tap into it. It takes time, but my skill and my knowledge set is knowing when to put that time in and how to put that time in, and when to put the correction in and when not to put correction in. That takes 35 years of knowledge and understanding. What's the recall? Gotta let him get out there first, don't we, really? Is he wanting to stay with me, glued to my side? No, but watch. I've got to let him go away from me first. There he goes. Oh no, he's come back, look. Oh dear me. I can't show you. Okay, recall only. Good lad. Good lad. Get on. That was recall only. E-collar with recall. Good lad. Good lad. called pressure on, pressure off. Is it hurting him? No. Good lad, good boy, good lad. Gameplay. Tapping into it. Tapping into it. Do I make a big thing of it? It's his choice. Can I add the whistle to it? Of course I can. So what are we going back to? We're going back to the simple format of why do I show people how to use an e-collar? The way I use it is because you get results. If I wasn't getting results, I wouldn't be showing you how to use an e-collar like I do. Good lad. Good lad. I never even asked him back. He came back. He's seeing me. That's the fun element. Get out. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy. Dead. Good lad. So, got the dog retrieving, wants to come back to me. Is he glued to me, focused on me, just for the retrieving? No, he's not. I need to get more focus. But how do I get more focus? By dominating him? No. I'll definitely get the focus by dominating him. But that's not the way to go forward, because that will cause another problem in another area. That's the true skill of knowing how to read a dog. Knowing how to manipulate the mind so the dog thinks it's playing the game that it wants to play. Now, I take the retrieve out. What happens? Eye contact. Sits his arse. Get out! Out he goes. Does he need to bring it back? No. Watch my movement. Good lad. Here. Here. Good lad. Good boy. Dead. Dead. Holding on to it slightly. I don't want to knock him for that. Get out. I don't want to knock him for that. At the recall. Dead. Dead. Good lad. I can't play tug with him. But I can play this game. Get out! Look at the drive. Look at the desire. Does he bring it back to me? Because I've been working on the recall. Yeah. Good lad. Good lad, bud. Good boy. Am I being over silly with him? Yeah. Why? Because I want him to love the game. Once he's loving the game to such an extent, look what he did. He made that choice. Good lad. He asked for it. He asked for another one. I'm giving him freedom. And if he doesn't want to play the game stops. As simple as that. Here he comes. Good lad. Good lad, buddy. Good lad. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Get out. If he gets bored with it, we won't play with it. Whistle this time. Good boy, buddy. Good lad. He's got an e-collar on. Why has he got an e-collar on? To do, do a bit of retrieving. Why has he got an e-collar on to do a bit of retrieving? Because I've conditioned his mind. When he's got the collar on, he needs to listen to me. But have I suppressed his mind that he's scared to leave me? Scared to do anything wrong? No. It's balance, everyone. It's balance. They don't want to see these videos or share these videos of a dog that was completely out of control, that is coming back to you because he wants to come back, because he wants to play the game. Look, less is more. He's bouncing off me. He's saying, come on, let's play that game. He's going out there and he's making the choice whether to come back. Look, he's made that choice and he's got his head down. He's doing what I want him to do. Because if I can get the head down on him, he's not going to take in so much ground. He's not going to see birds running ahead of us if his nose is on the ground. But if everything he's looking at is out there, visually, where's he going to be? Out there. Watching all that movement, chasing movement. But when I ask him to do something, he's got to do it. Come here. Verbal cue. Good lad. Good lad. Good boy. He's still a baby, everyone. And so, did John make real big mistakes with him? Or did he contact the right person at the right time? The owner hasn't got the knowledge of me for dog training. But by God, if you saw me doing what the owner does for a living, he'd be pissing his pants. As simple as that. Because we all have our skill sets. And what I'm saying to people is, what's the easier way to train a dog? Go and study for 35 years, or go and buy an e-collar and listen to someone who knows what they're talking about. We talk about e-collar conditioning. When I put the e-collar on the dog, it sends a message to the dog. It means we're in play mode. We're in go out mode. Does the dog want to put the e-collar on, or does the dog fear the e-collar? These are the videos that you should all be sharing to the idiots out there who condemn the e-collar. Because do I want to use the e-collar for the rest of this dog's life? No way at all. No way at all. I want this dog to be off that e-collar and want to play the game. Is he slightly independent? Yes, he is. Have I reined him in to the point that he's got no desire to do anything other than stick to my side because I'm obedience training him? No. So I'm going to make a silly noise. He's having a crap again. Craps for England, told you, didn't I? I'm not going to make that noise. Well, he's crapping for England. So Chris Upton talks about the e-collar. Wouldn't the average person be far easier for them to get an e-collar and learn how to use the e-collar properly and get results, instead of wrecking dogs and taking a little bit of time to educate yourself? And I reckon if you followed me for a month, get out, for a month, I reckon you'd have a dog doing what he's doing, and you'd have a dog happily coming back to you. Good boy, good boy, yeah. Happily coming back to you, wanting to play the game. Come here. Sit up. Sit up. Learning. Sit up. No e-collar was used there. Get on. But I'm beginning to put a bit of control in at the right time. You could say, yeah, but you told him 3 times to sit up, Chris. I'm teaching him. In a minute, it'll be once, and he'll get a negative, but it won't be through the e-collar, because it'll be close in. It will be teaching him close in. Come here. Sit up. Get on then. Notice how I'm letting him go as soon as he's done it. That's a positive for listening to me. If I do nothing but obedience, I destroy the desire that he wants to be with me. I can put the obedience in at the right time, but I'm putting control into him through gameplay at the moment. All through gameplay. That's what you've got to realise. You've got to realise that this dog wants to be out with me. I'm going to change direction and say nothing. If this dog's not here within a couple of seconds, there you go. I'm going to change direction again. I'm going to go down here. If he's not in front of me within a couple of seconds, I'm not doing my training right. But I'm going to call him now, and if he doesn't come to me, there's going to be trouble. Come here. Good lads. Get on. Do I make him sit every time? No. Because I don't want him to preempt what I want him to do. I want him to have fun. Am I blowing the whistle and screaming at him? No. I'm beginning to build him up into what I want. In small stages, stages that he can understand. And that's why the e-collar is a game changer in the dog training world. But what will the e-collar do? It will override the treat trainers if used and educated people in the right way with it. It will override the treat trainers who have got no other concept other than becoming vending machines for their dogs. It works for a little bit, and then it all goes tits up. It goes tits up because the higher value when these hunting dogs get out in the field and say, hang on, that's more interesting chasing that than it is listening to you. Or a pet says, hang on, there's a dog over there, I want to say hello. I don't care if it's a dog, a horse, a chicken, a goat, a pheasant, a rabbit. If I ask you to come here, you come here. It's as simple as that. But I don't want to be nagging you all the time. That's why wives who nag their husbands sometimes get what they want, because the husband switches off. He can't be bothered to get involved in an argument because you do nothing but frigging nag him. And that's why some husbands who are always barking orders, the wife turns off because she says, you're non-stop barking orders at me and I take no notice. I see it all the time. If there's something wrong in my relationship, I want my wife to be able to tell me there's something wrong in my relationship. Not fear not telling me there's something wrong in my relationship. And vice versa. If I think there's something wrong in my relationship, I want to tell my wife there's something wrong in the relationship. We need to address it. I may be wrong. She may tell me I'm wrong. I may not like it. But I won't get triggered to the point that I won't play. I won't play the game. Because the good times we have together outvalue the negative times where we disagree. I mean, really, I should always be right. But that's a sexist thing, isn't it? But let's be honest. When you train a dog, if your dog is telling you all the time what it wants and you keep giving it, do you think that works with your husband? Do you think that works with your wife or your girlfriend? No. It's not a proper relationship. The proper relationship is that dog can trust me that I grab hold of it. And when I ask the dog to come to me, it comes to me. Right? Chasing the movement at the moment. Friendly whistle. Here. Dead. Good lad. Good lad. Okay. So, shall we finish on a good note? Well, we haven't had a bad note, have we? That ain't bad, is it? Bloody weather, eh? But that's not a bad note to finish on, is it? That dog got a retrieve, got the praise, he didn't get no cheese, and he didn't get a stim on the e-collar. Conditioning, because he's not going to be wearing the e-collar all the time. But we talk about what's easier. Is the average person going to spend 35 years studying and learning how to read a dog? Because all dogs are different, the same as people. If you've only had one wife, bird flew up into the tree, he looked at it, he came back. He saw the movement, he didn't go after it. A few weeks ago, he would have gone after it. He now knows what he can go after and what he can't go after. So what I'm saying is, if you only have one wife or one boyfriend, you may be lucky, you may be perfect. But some people have gone through 4 or 5, look at Henry VIII, and still couldn't get it right. That might be telling you something, mightn't it? Perhaps he was a dictator, a leader, who wanted it all his own way. At the end of the day, there's compromise. There's compromise in dog training, and there's compromise in relationships. As simple as that. But should you compromise to the extent that you're not happy, or your partner or your dog is not happy. No, it's a partnership. It's a partnership. He is sniffing around. He's already been out with the dogs for half an hour this morning. Now watch, if this doesn't work, game finishes. Come here. Get out. I'm now going to sit down here, and I want him in here. Good lad. Good lad, bud. Good boy, buddy. Good lad. Come here. Dead. Good lad. Finished on a good note, he said. Even going in the yard on his own, look. Can't wait to go back in the kennel.